What's up, everyone? It's your girl Shay here. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome back to my channel if you've been here before. And as you can see, obviously by the title of this video, I'm going to be gushing about BTS and talking about their new album, talking about what like BTS kind of means for me, because why not? And kind of talk about a little bit how I now understand a little bit more about standing a group and liking a group, specifically liking a K-pop group. And obviously towards the end of the video, I am going to go into a little bit more about basically the announcement that came out yesterday regarding BTS and regarding them kind of not stopping, but definitely not doing as much group promotions or group activities and doing a lot more individual activities, just because that news obviously yesterday broke the internet. Because I actually planned to record this video yesterday, but after the news yesterday, I was in no sort of mood to record a video. But today I feel a little bit better, or actually a lot better. And yes, I am wearing glasses. I've worn glasses for a really long time, actually, mostly for like kind of for driving. I can't see as well far away, and like when I was in school and in the classroom, and now with me working, I use it to look at a lot of stuff on my computer, TV, so on and so forth, but I don't wear them full time. I've worn glasses in videos before, I think, but these are my new glasses, so I figured I would wear them because I've been wearing them a lot more because I'm getting old and I need to see. But anyway, as you guys know, BTS released a new album, and they released an anthology album that consists of 3 CDs. And like everyone else, I totally went out and bought it. And I can't tell you guys the last time I've ever bought a physical CD, like a physical album for any artist, because streaming now is so prevalent and so popular and like the main thing nowadays. I mostly stream music. And usually for an artist, if they release a new single, or mostly singles, not really even so much an entire album, but in a single, I will usually only just download it onto my either Apple Music or my Spotify, and then I just kind of keep it moving, but I never go out and physically buy an album. That is until I discovered and started standing a lot more BTS. So I know you guys kind of know already, I talked about before that I've known of BTS since like 2015, 2016, but I didn't really start like standing them and like really like knowing their names and watching a lot more of their content until midway through 2021. And after that, that was it. That was all she wrote. So yeah, pretty much went from there. And whenever I would watch like videos of people's like rooms where they had like K-pop albums, I was like, what is the point of people having all of these albums? Like, once I looked at them, I was like, first of all, they're huge. Like, they're really big compared to like the little simple jeweled like CD cases that we've all bought, but these were huge. So I was just like, why do people have these, and why do people have so many? Like, I would see people's rooms and they have like multiples of this same copy, not realizing that actually there were different versions, but basically it's the same CD inside. But what you guys don't know about like K-pop albums is that they release things called photo cards, and they're usually inside the albums, and generally they have maybe 1 or 2 photo cards depending on the group, and they're usually random. And for people who are photo card collectors, you buy multiple albums to see if you can collect all of them or get all of them. So I've realized that I am now a photo card collector. But unlike me like collecting really just one particular member of BTS, I want to collect OT7. Like, I want to collect all of the members. Like, I want to get all of their cards for that particular set, if that makes sense. So when they released their anthology album, I was like, I'm totally gonna pre-order this. And I did. So I pre-ordered the set from Weverse, which is a app or a like website that has a lot of BTS merchandise along with other K-pop groups, and it's official. Like, it's their official merchandise. It's where they officially a lot of times release a lot of their merch. Bought it from there, and I bought it through Global because they have both a global site and a USA shop. I bought it off of Global because they had pre-order benefits, but then obviously, of course, I wanted the album to also be bought and go towards Billboard for the US. So I also pre-ordered a copy on Amazon. So at that point, I had 3 copies. So I know you guys are like, wait, you said you bought a set. Yes. So they released a standard version and a compact version. So on Weverse, like I said, I bought the set so that I had the standard and the compact version. And then on Amazon, I only bought the standard version. And that was it. That was like, I was like, that's all I'm going to buy. But then as it got closer and closer to the release date, I was like, wait, I don't think I'm going to get my albums in time for when the album releases on the 10th. And what you guys do not know is that with this whole anthology, the 3rd CD was only going to be on the disc. It was not going to be available on streaming sites anywhere. At least BTS was not going to release it. And that's because the 3rd CD consisted of a lot of demo tracks, and they were basically just never been released songs. So that day on Friday when they released the album, I took a trip to Target. And I bought the set. I bought the standard and I bought the compact, and I did not care. And then that same exact day, I ordered another compact off of Amazon for it to be delivered that same day. So at that point, you guys are like, wait, so that means you now have that's 6 copies of the same CD. That you're right. Yeah, I have 6 copies. And then that following day, 2 days later on Sunday, turns out Target had a 2-for-1 sale. I coerced my dad for us to go to Target, and I bought another copy of the compact version. So now I have 7 copies. Now, fun fact, I didn't get my standard version from Amazon until Monday. And as of this time that I'm recording this, I still have not gotten my global copy of the set that I pre-ordered. But hopefully it gets here soon. I'm still waiting on it, but it says it's shipping soon, so hopefully it gets here in time. Anyway, I'm gonna show you guys what the compact and the standard version looks like. Here's the compact version. As you can see, it's very tiny, very small, but it is very, very cute. I obviously love it. And basically what it comes with inside is it comes with a photo book. It also comes with this little tiny booklet of like all their CDs and stuff inside. And then obviously it comes with the CDs. So it has this, which is like covers of all their albums on there. And then it also comes with, like I said, it comes with the CDs, which are these, the photo book here, and it also comes with like a mini poster. But yeah, this is like the photo book with lyrics and everything else. So yeah, that's what comes in the basic, like compact version of this album. But then you have the standard version, which is the version that I was kind of the most excited for because it's super big. I showed you guys what it looked like. I'm just trying to get these back inside. And yeah, so yeah, now we have the standard version, which is this big. So it actually opens like this, and then it actually has 3 books inside. I'm just gonna really quickly pull this out and show you guys what these 3 books look like. So it's these 3 here, this one, the CDs, and obviously there's a lyric book, and then they give you a bigger poster. So that comes in the standard version. But then, like I said, you get photo cards. So since this isn't like an unboxing, because I've obviously opened all of these albums, so if you guys could get a big look to see like just how many I've bought, let me show you guys really quickly just how many. I now have 3 compact and 2 standard, and I'm still waiting, like I said, another standard and another compact. But now we have the photo cards. So one of these has more than one in here. Yeah. So these are the photo cards that I've already received and that I've already gone through. And then these are the ones that I just got when I got my standard copy from Amazon on Monday. So these are the ones that I got before. So when I first did my first pulls, this was what you get in the compact version. So you get 1 random postcard and 1 random photo. this is what you get in there. So I pulled a double Yoongi. So I got his postcard and I also got his photo card, which looks like that. Then that same day when I pulled my standard copy, I got the OT7 postcard, and I got Tay as my random photo. But when you also get the standard version, you also get automatically a set of photo cards with all 7 members. Now this is only in the standard version, it's not in the compact version at all. So then that same day, that same night, when I got my second compact version from Amazon, I pulled the JK postcard once again, and then I pulled Tay or V from the what's this called? The random photo card. Then when I went to Target on the second day, when my dad went and helped me to buy another copy because I asked him politely, I pulled JK again for the postcard, but this time I pulled one of my biases, Namjoon or RM. My second bias is Jin, so I pulled this one as well. So then I got my second standard one in, and this time I pulled Yoongi or Suga for the postcard, and then I pulled the OT7 photo card. And then of course I got the same standard set of 7. So those are my current pulls so far. Also, fun fact, that same day that I got my June 10th, when I got the album, I also got my Suzu digital code in, and I pulled JK. So yeah, these are my current pulls. Once again, like I said, I'm still waiting on another set, and so we'll see what I pull from there. But now to go into like pretty much like some people might say, well, why'd you buy so many albums? Like, why are you going so hard for this group? It's because BTS honestly does mean a lot to me. So many people within the fandom who are ARMY have always gone on to say that BTS, they all found BTS at a moment in time where they felt like they needed it most. And I didn't realize that until I thought back on it. And I realized that I found BTS during moments where I felt the most lonely and where I was extremely anxious and depressed and just overall was really, really sad. And I realized that BTS has saved me a lot in some really random ways. Anytime I was depressed or sad or anytime I was anxious, I would turn on BTS content and I would laugh and smile and feel very, very inspired. And even with things like this YouTube channel that I have, like there are days where, like, obviously as you guys can tell, I don't film as regularly or upload as regularly as I used to because I realized that didn't really make me as happy so much. So now I just kind of upload videos and record when I feel like it. Although I'm still going to try and upload on Wednesdays and Saturdays only, but it's not going to be every Wednesday and every Saturday. But I realized that BTS's content made me happy. It made me smile. It inspired me a lot. That's why I enjoy talking about them on my YouTube channel whenever I can, or when I feel like I want to, or buying their merch. And like I said before, there's no group that I've ever gone this hard for when it comes to buying albums or trying to see them in concert and stuff like that, like I have for BTS. So as well as, like, you know, regarding yesterday when they announced it, let me explain a couple of things, because I know a lot of people still want to throw out the word hiatus, but they are not going on a hiatus. Even Jungkook, the youngest of the group, actually did a V-Live today, the day I'm recording this, and it actually ended not too long ago. And he actually said and went on, because obviously then when the news broke, so many, especially Western media outlets, immediately were like, oh, they're breaking up, like this is it, they're done for, like they're all going solo. This is basically what's happening. That's not the case. He goes on to say, like, they're not disbanding and they're not going on hiatus. They're still going to be doing group activities together, but group activities and group promotions are not going to be their focus for a little bit. And that is because, like, he actually goes on to explain that with them doing group activities and group promotions now for 9 years, they felt kind of stagnant. And that's why they are going to now at this point focus more on individual activities, which is why they're all going to be putting out individual albums, and they're all going to be, you know, just mostly focusing on that. But they're still going to be doing group activities and group promotions together. Like, for example, they're still going to film the variety show Run BTS, which I highly recommend to check out. They're still going to be doing that. They're still going to be obviously doing promotions for ads and brands and stuff like that they already have, and they're going to probably do other promotions and group stuff together. So they're saying like, hey, it's not like we're just putting on pause, like we're not going to be doing this anymore. We still are. It's just that they're not going to be basically doing like a group album together, if that makes sense, for a little bit of time. And they're using this time to do their individual activities and do individual albums so they can grow as individuals as well as grow as artists. Because like he said, they felt exhausted, they felt tired, and they felt kind of stagnant. The leader, RM, Namjoon, actually explained also in their Festa, which is where they announced this originally, that they actually were supposed to do this after their Map of the Soul 7 World Tour, but because of COVID, it got pushed back. And then they released Dynamite and Life Goes On and Butter, Permission to Dance. And he himself had said the group at that point had changed a lot, and that he didn't have anything else really to say music-wise that he felt like the whole group could be able to like get on board with, I guess, if that makes sense. And then Suga actually goes on to also explain that he felt like he was just squeezing himself dry to come out with lyrics. And basically what it all came down to was that they've been going hard for 9 years. They have been doing this a really long time together as a group, and they all individually have not been able to spread their wings. Basically, they're not disbanding, they're not going on hiatus. It's just group activities are not going to be at the forefront at this point in time, and their individual activities are going to take a front seat, while group activities are going to take a back seat, but they're not leaving entirely. Basically, that's the too long didn't read version, TLDR version, basically. Also, I later on had to think about this, like especially this morning, because yesterday I was very upset, and I think because a lot of people, especially in the West, when we hear hiatus, we think of all the other groups that we have ever been a part of or ever liked that have uttered this word and then never got back together again, or they released a statement like months later saying like, hey, that's it, deuces, we're done. I know a lot of people want to hint at like One Direction, especially doing this, but I wasn't a Directioner, so I really can't say much about that or how that must have felt. But I was a huge fan of NSYNC and B2K, but they never went on hiatus. They basically just were like, hey, we're broken up, bye. That's basically what it was. And even in that time, I wasn't upset about it when they did those things either. But for me to go on and continue to saying stuff about this is that they've done individual activities before. Namjoon did Problematic Men at one point. JK was a part of a variety show at one point. J-Hope had done emceeing, so did V. And, you know, Suga has also done his, I think, individual stuff, like working with other artists. So this isn't the first time they've done individual activities. It's just the first time that they've done individual activities, and group activities are not going to be the forefront. Because I think at that point, when they did do individual activities, they were still doing group activities heavily. And this is the only, really the only big difference. So for all of you guys who were like, I'm sad and upset, I get it. It is very valid. And for those of you guys who were like, I feel like when HYBE put out their statement that they're just trying to do damage control, I say probably both yes and no, because of the fact that they've been hinting, HYBE especially, for a while, that they're going to be doing a new chapter. They're going to be doing chapter 2. We just didn't know what that chapter 2 entailed until BTS told us. And that chapter 2 is going to entail them doing solo projects and working on themselves individually. And that's okay, because we all have to go on that journey of self-discovery, and that is basically what they're doing. You have to remember, BTS is all in their mid to late 20s, almost 30s, almost early 30s at this point, and there's a lot of things that they need to discover about themselves. I know people also are going to hint at the whole like military enlistment thing, which is definitely a huge possibility, but I can't speak on that. I'm not Korean. I do not live in South Korea, obviously, so there's not a lot for me to say on that. And to be honest, if there's any word about that, I'm waiting to hear it from either BTS or HYBE. I'm not going to look at articles, or try not to at least, where they talk about it, because many of them don't know as much either. So I'm just waiting on an announcement or anything from them regarding what's going to happen regarding all 7 members and their military enlistment, and when or if that happens, only because of what we've all heard in the news over the past, I don't know, year and a half to 2 years. So besides all that, yeah, bottom line, BTS is perfectly fine. I'm done crying. I cried yesterday a lot, but after learning a lot of stuff about what actually is going on, I'm okay with it. We also have to remember that their festa that we watched yesterday had actually been filmed in May. So it had been filmed before they went to the US to visit President Biden and before their album actually released. So we've seen videos and images of them going to Music Bank and going to their other activities as a group, and they look so much happier. And they probably were like, oh, this is a weight lifted off of our shoulders, because now people finally know. And I'm sure that they look and they seem happier. So yeah, bottom line, BTS means a lot to me. I'm glad I got to share with you guys the albums that I have, the pulls that I was able to get from the photo cards. And honestly, I can't wait to see what BTS comes out with next, both individually and as a group. We learned yesterday that J-Hope's album actually is supposed to drop mid-July, and he's actually performing and being a headliner for Lollapalooza in Chicago at the end of July, and I'm super excited for that. I'm super excited for that for him, and I'm excited to listen to his new album. I have made so many ARMY friends. One of my friends, we are actually going to hang out and have an ARMY day, and I am super excited for that. And yeah. And for all of you guys who are BTS fans that are like, I don't know what to do in this downtime as far as like what's happening, I've gone back to their V-Lives, and I've gone back and I've started rewatching a lot of their content, because there's a lot of content that I've actually missed as a fan and haven't watched yet. So I'm going to be basically doing that. And because they have a lot of content, trust me, a lot of content. And I'm just gonna enjoy talking to my ARMY friends, simping over BTS because they're all hot. And yeah, so yeah, I just wanted to come on here and film this video. It's like 20 minutes long. Sorry. But yeah, I'll see you guys soon with another video. Hopefully next week, maybe. We'll see. Maybe it'll be anime and manga related. I don't know. We'll find this out. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you haven't already, and please subscribe. Also, links below to all my social media accounts. I have an Instagram, a Twitter, and of course a TikTok, so please check me out on there. And like I always tell you guys, stay positive, stay nerdy, and today's day and age, stay healthy, and of course please stay safe. All right, you guys, bye.